Welcome to my LEGO review video of the NASA Apollo 11 Lunar Lander, part of the LEGO Creator Series, set number 10266. The set consists of 1087 pieces. The build consists of three main sections, the base being a representation of the moon, the descent stage is your middle section, and the ascent stage, which is the top section. The back of the box shows us a bit more detail of what to expect in the build. On the left hand side we can see that the ascent pod is made up of three components that allows us to get access to the inside and shows us a representation of the control panel inside the ascent pod. On the right hand side we've got the astronauts operating some of the controls. We've also got a representation or a trapdoor that is a representation of the recording equipment, and another feature is the experiments hatch is where the solar panel comes out of. As this is a tribute set by NASA, we will have a short trip back in time to 1960 when John F. Kennedy declared that America would put man on the moon and return him safely to Earth. It was on the 20th of July 1969 that the first human footprint was made on the surface of the moon, and that was by Neil Armstrong, with the famous saying, "One small step for man and one giant leap for mankind." Having a look at the base for the model, the surface of the moon, this is represented by some studded texture effect and having the four landing pads for the descent stage, and we've got a crater in the middle with smaller symbolic craters and little rocks within the area. And the tribute to Neil Armstrong is the footsteps of his famous saying. The base plate is of a 26 by 26 stud wide build, with the one stud being the perimeter for the smooth black border, which makes a very nice display stand for the model. This is the descent stage that we're going to have a look at an in-depth review of now, where the landing system itself is of a technique type build. So it's quite tubular in this build and offers some flexibility for when the lander comes down and touches onto the moon's surface. So this ladder represents the egress platform, where the astronauts would come out of the ascent stage, work their way down and make contact with the surface of the moon. Behind the egress platform we have got a sticker piece, which is a representation of what the astronauts would see looking from the moon towards the Earth. Looking at the quadrant 2 of the lunar lander, you can open up the hatch and it reveals the solar panel, which was used for the scientific experiments on the moon. And that is given us with a small brick built solar panel. On the opposite side you have got another hatch that can be opened, and that reveals the recording equipment that the astronauts would have used on the moon. The surface of the descent stage is filled with a lot of two stud flat tiles of gold color. It really gives a great representation of the material used to build the lunar lander, and on some of the flat black plates they've given you gold stickers to enhance and bring out more of the gold color that was used on the lunar lander. Having a look inside, you've got the four tanks, which represents the fuel mixture for the thrusters. Then underneath the lunar lander you've got the main thruster, represented as a barrel in dark grey. Having a look now at the ascent stage of the lunar lander, you've got your 4 reaction control thrusters on each corner of the unit, which allows the pod to move up and down, left and right, pitch, yaw and rotate. So it allows the unit to align with the rocket that's sitting in orbit. And you've also got posable antennas. So you've got your radar antenna, your S-band steerable antenna, and your UHF antennas that can also be rotated. And those would allow the astronauts to have communication with the command center back on Earth. The ascent stage is made up of 3 parts, so you'll have a look inside. The first part has your access hatch, which allows the astronauts to get in and out of the lunar lander, and a sticker piece with the controls, assumingly for opening and closing the doors. In the middle stage, you've got sticker pieces on the right hand side and on the left hand side, which is just more control features or simulation of controls, and that can be removed and reveals the third piece, which has just got 2 sticker pieces with more of the control features. We will put that back together. Just clips together. You got the studs on the side and the 2 levers that lines up, and it just clicks right in there and attaches to the top. The set comes with 2 minifigures representing Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Currently they have their spacesuits on. Let's have a look with their spacesuits off. On the left we have Neil Armstrong, and on the right we have Buzz Aldrin. They both are wearing their NASA outfits, which are printed onto their torso. Having a look at the back of the minifigs, they both have the same print with crease lines represented and their white pants with no alternative face on the reverse. With their spacesuits on again, you can see that they've got their air tanks that are part of their suit, and they can be connected to some of the technique functions.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.